Welcome to Daily Meditation with Sangha Live. Good morning, friends. Oh, that's the lovely thing about the winter. Most of us, it's Northern Hemisphere winter time. Something about dark mornings that seem to be particularly invitational to meditation. Something very, very healthy, very sane, quite still about being up in the pre-dawn hours. And in the summertime in Northern Hemisphere, depending on how far north you are, you have to get up really early to be pre-dawn. So it's still dark here, 8 o'clock in the morning. So it's easier to taste that pre-dawn intimacy. All right, so welcome wherever you are, however you are. If maybe anyone's here for the first time, then please feel especially welcome. A little time to sit together, reflect, be together, a sense of support, of being in Sangha community. So the theme this week has been peace and love. And yesterday I spoke about peace. I used that sense of it's never worth giving yourself a hard time about anything. And the ways in which there's something very relieving about that, and yet the ways we're so used to giving ourselves a hard time that we can find all kinds of objections to that. And the most significant peace that we make is the peace we make with ourselves. To be at peace. So yesterday, peace in yourselves, peace in your heart, peace in the world. And it's like we want it. Nobody would say, no, I don't want to be at peace with myself. No, we want to be at peace with ourselves, and yet our habits are such that it seems we don't know how to make peace with ourselves, or we feel we somehow don't deserve to be at peace with ourselves. No, I need to give myself a hard time about this. I need to struggle with that. I need to do battle with some or other instinct or habit or pattern in myself. And I would really question that model, that paradigm. There's nothing you need to fight with in yourself, and actually fighting with aspects of yourself or patterns or behaviors within yourself. Fighting against them makes them stronger. Fighting against those patterns makes them stronger. Because the more we push against them, it's like pushing against a spring. When you push against a spring, spring pushes back. You feel like the more you push, you feel like it's so strong, this spring. And yet all the strength that it has is the strength you're giving it by pushing against it. What if you stop pushing? Doing, and all the energy is actually released. The fear is, of course, if I don't fight against this pattern or this behavior or this compulsion, if I don't fight against it, that's what'll be in charge. It'll start kind of, running my life or running my behavior. Will it? What if you're actually to stop fighting? What's actually most predominant when you stop fighting? Is it that which you were trying to fight against? Or is it actually that in stopping the fighting, what's actually predominant is relief, space, clarity? So I'd like you to at least consider that. I'd actually like you to just consider what What am I not at peace with in myself? That doesn't mean that I always feel peaceful. Right? If I ask, what am I not at peace with? No, I might not feel peaceful for all kinds of reasons, like coffee, or because actually I've just heard some painful news about somebody I love, and I feel sad, and also there's all the uncertainty. I don't know what to do. Right? And another reason, confusion. If I'm confused, I don't know what to do. Oh, the predominant feeling isn't going to be peaceful. Being at peace with oneself doesn't have very much to do with necessarily feeling peaceful. Sure, feeling peaceful becomes more accessible, more common. Right? Our nervous system gets a little more familiar with what it's like to be peaceful, to be able to sit peacefully, walk peacefully, think peacefully. But the predominant feature of being at peace with ourselves is we don't make ourselves wrong or bad. We don't blame or shame or harass ourselves at all. At all. To the extent that we can recognize that even the tendency to do that is gone. It's just evaporated. It seems like a weird, strange, nutty, pathological thing to do. Like, why would I shout at myself? Why would I berate myself? Why would I give myself a hard time? Right. Now, that's not the sort of sociopathic incapacity to recognize that I may be at fault, I may need to apologize, I may have said or done something insensitive or unkind or foolish or compulsive. But then when we recognize that, we just see, well, what do I need to do? Oh, I need to apologize. I need to really take care with that. Yeah, I can tend to do that. Right? So to be able to see that without blaming or punishing is peaceful and is liberating. Yeah. And actually, somebody sent in a question. I'm going to have to end a little earlier today because I'm traveling today. But somebody sent in a question that's kind of about this, and someone who's working with the Mara course, right? The course that I have on Sangha Live about that. And they say, I'm struggling to keep going with the Mara course. And they give a couple of reasons. They had 2 buddies, but then the buddies dropped out. They had some technical hitches, and then I just got very stuck in my critical inner voice, and I've become despondent. And then, of course, critical voice said, what does the critical voice say? Oh, it's not worth it. Oh, I always do this. Oh, it's never going to make any difference. So that's the crucial juncture there is, how much do you believe that? How much do you make that true and then make yourself unworthy, some kind of hopeless case, etc.? Or how much are you able to just track that? Oh yeah, despondency is familiar. Feeling stuck is familiar. Right? What's the rhetoric? Not just a voice, which is, of course, that is Mara, but also the atmosphere of hopelessness or helplessness. That's very much Mara's territory. Mara, for those of you not familiar, is the kind of Buddhist personification of self-blame, self-judgment, self-evaluation, self-measurement. Can be inflating, boosting oneself up, arrogance, but it's most commonly that sort of the other thing, deflating, blaming, shaming. Then the person goes on to say, I took a break from the course intending to return as soon as possible, but I fell into despondency again. I was hopeful and excited, and because I identified Mara as a massive block of joy for so much of my 75 years, and particularly in my life in creativity, art, and I was inspired by the potential of working through the course. Yeah, so I got as far as module 6, right, and now feeling stuck, paralyzed, and the negativity heightened. And I'm just wondering, I think the person's here, I think I saw your name. I'm just wondering how it is just to hear that me reading those things back. Right? And to see, can you hear in them the current, or can you feel in yourself as you hear them the current of fight and blame? So what would it take? What would it take? Not to, you can't make that stuff peaceful, but what would it make? What would it take, sorry, to come to peace with the despondency, to come to peace with feeling stuck, right? Come to peace with that sense of paralysis. Can you meet that peacefully? And like we were exploring yesterday, peace and love really are two sides of the same thing. To meet those things peacefully means to tend to them. It's like, let yourself take care of that stuckness rather than identifying with it. I'm stuck. Oh, here's this feeling of stuckness. Oh yeah, needs some care and attention. I imagine that inside that feeling of stuckness or despondency, there's a young feeling version of you. One that felt despondent or stuck or overwhelmed when they were young. And just that's really worth exploring. Feeling of that, and also any associations or memories you have. Who was it early on in your life that made you feel that way? And is what we call Mara tinged by that person's, the sense inwardly of that person's voice or personality? All right, friends, I'm not going to say very much today. I think we should just sit together and let's sit in a way that evokes peace, not by trying to make ourselves peaceful, but by just that sense of extending a peaceful welcome to whatever arises, whatever thoughts arise, whatever sensations arise, whatever sounds are arising. You know, sometimes people will say, oh, that sound is so disturbing. No, you're not. The sound isn't disturbing you. You're disturbing the sound. You know, if you can meet the sound peacefully, then it's just sound. It's a perfect expression of the universe. You know, it's just not it's not my concern. It's not my business whether that sound should be there or not. Please take your seats then for some time of sitting in peace together, which we call meditation. sitting peacefully, breathing peacefully. Stopping the fight, relaxing. Peace in the in breath. Peace in the out breath. Peace in that still moment between breaths. peace in the sensations of bodily life. Peace in the sounds around you. Peace as the nature of the space in which these sounds arise. The peace in which breathing comes and goes. The peace in which thoughts flicker and fade. The essential peace, which is the nature of consciousness. Maybe you'll stop fighting with ourselves. Stop trying to make our experience peaceful, and rather be at peace with the way our experience is. Maybe you'll know an inner atmosphere of kindness and ease and non-contentiousness. May everything, may everyone, everywhere be at peace. Today's podcast is an offering to you from our archive of freely available live daily classes. We make wisdom teachings and meditations as freely available as possible to as many people as wish to practice. You can help ensure we can continue to support a worldwide Sangha by leaving a review wherever you get your podcasts, by sharing this with someone who'd be interested, and by offering a small financial support at sangha.live/donate.